Hear me out, okay? The Sunwell actually has a physical form, and it's just some random, like, blood elf that's been living amongst everyone for years. Also, conspiracy theory, Aethys Sunraver and Nathanos Blightcaller share a voice actor, and I'm not unconvinced that it might just be Nathanos pretending to be somebody else, being a sleeper agent in Dalaran and Quel'Thalas to tell Sylvanas what's going on. So in Midnight, when all hell breaks loose from Xal'atath, she already knows. She's already there. Because Nathanos has been there pretending to be Aethys Sunraver for the past odd amount of years. Where's Aethys Sunraver? I don't know. It's weird his voice went down like 4 octaves from his original voice. There is a 5th old god. The Raven Lord from Heroes of the Storm. The Sunwell, a portal to the Nexus, and the Last Titan is actually the reboot of Heroes of the Storm. Xal'atath is gonna get a new host. That's not the Void Elf one corpse she's been running around in. It's gonna be Verisa. Draenei and High Elves, we're gonna find out, are actually the same species, like, that started like this and went like this because of space. Where's Azerothian? Everyone keeps using the Dark Heart wrong. It's not like a vessel or the Void. It's actually a Magical Girl compact, and that's why we have the Magical Girl outfits and like all those different varieties we've been having for years. And at some point, Xal'atath, Alaria, or a mysterious third person is going to have a whole like transformation sequence. When Sylvanas split open the sky to go to the Shadowlands, she actually created a time rift of which there are 2 separate timelines. And we all got yeeted into one of the timelines. Whereas the other timeline, Xal'atath has not done all her crazy stuff. And actually, everything's fine. And we have to use the Sunwell to get to the other timeline and like merge them and close it. Azeroth has a dome around it. And that's why it was really significant that Sargeras plunged the sword into Azeroth, because it was breaking the dome. Because what you don't know is like the floating spires around Quel'Thalas are actually held up by invisible strings. Whitemane will come back in her full thighs out glory and lead a crusade against Xal'atath and the Void. Do you think we're gonna get tattoo artists in this new expansion? Because Erator has tattoos, so like, can we start having tattoos? Like, beyond like the normal glyphs and stuff that like, because like Blood Elves don't get to have... Original designs for Blood Elves had arcane tattoos. So like, do we get to have those now? That'd be kind of cool. Jane of the Dreadlord. That's not new. I'm just putting that out there. Because I'm still not unconvinced. Do you think when they found out Xal'atath was going to attack Quel'Thalas, Lord Thormar went, hell yeah, it's time to put on my good armor. And that's what we see in the cinematic, is like the really fancy version of his Regent Lord armor. And he went out like in high heels, ready to fight Xal'atath. Although I did put out that tweet that he was putting his Crocs in sport mode, so I contradict myself. I do think if a World of Warcraft character was going to wear Crocs, it would be Lord Thormar, and like completely unironically. And I'm still convinced ducks are spies for the Burning Legion. I can't explain why I have that hunch. However, come closer. I think Nathanos was onto something during Dragonflight. He's always hated birds, but the Dragonflight thing with the duck, I think he's onto something. Do you guys also think it's weird that we don't have a barbershop in Quel'Thalas? The most pretentious race of all of them? Do you think there's a Ponzi scheme going on, or a conspiracy of to which why? Because you know, as soon as war happens, those elves get their hair braided, their makeup done, so they can slay both in style and on the battlefield. Do you ever think Hearthstone's the main game and World of Warcraft is just like a fun little tabletop D&D game they all play in Hearthstone? Xal'atath and Ajar are siblings. and there's a third sibling we don't know about, possibly a high elf or a blood elf. And they're gonna team up against their third sister. And then the Windrunner sisters are gonna look at that and be like, wow, what a mess. We're also a mess. And then they're all just gonna have girl time. Does anybody else think it's weird Dark Rangers don't exist inside of Quel'Thalas, even though they were Farstriders that died? And that they haven't like shown up and been like, Lorthmar, we can help. It's like, they're homies. Do you think they'll do that? That'd be cool. I'm for that. That's what I want, actually. I think that's all I got for now. That's all my brain is processing of in which my unhinged takes. I will go back with more. But for now, that's what I got. That's what I got. Okay, bye!